Hello, church. It is Pastor Ross coming at you from the office, and love you guys. Wanted to give you a quick video update what's going to be going on for the next couple of months and into the spring. I'm going to start sending out video updates instead of big long wall of text emails, which I know you'll appreciate because I know we're all so busy and we have so many different things we have to read, and watching videos is just easier. But just wanted to give you an update. Right now we are in the middle of our marriage series and have heard amazing feedback, some realizations, some aha moments. It seems that the Lord is really building a biblical worldview of a really huge part of life into our church. And nothing could just tickle me more. I'm so excited to see the way that we're beginning to think and even worship God in such a key area. I want to encourage you to just continue to dig in, especially if you are single and you think, well, man, I'm not married, so what does this have to do with me? The Word of God is breathed out by God. It is profitable for teaching, for instruction, for rebuke. There is something in the Word of God in every sermon for every single one of us. And so I want you to just come with a disposition that says, I need to hear from the Lord, regardless of where you're at. And most of you single people are probably going to end up married one day. And so you need to hear this, and in fact, it's even more critical that you begin to develop a biblical understanding of what marriage is. Before you get in there, it's really hard to do that, or it's more difficult to do that once you're in the middle of marriage. The next couple of sermons in the marriage series, in 2 weeks, we will look at wives, and then the week after that, we'll look at the missional marriage and talk about what it looks like for husband and wife to serve Jesus and the mission of Christ together. This Sunday, we're going to be meeting at the Rodens House at 322 Texas Street, so we will not be at the Center for the Visual Arts, and we're going to have a baptism service. And this is my favorite thing, because this is exactly what this church is about. It's about seeing people come to know Jesus. And baptism is such a beautiful picture of what happens when someone places their trust in Jesus, that they're buried with him in death and they're raised to walk in newness of life. And this is also a wonderful thing to invite people to who don't know Jesus but who are far from Jesus and maybe are expressing interest in spiritual things. Man, God can really use this picture to capture someone's heart. And so I want to encourage you guys to reach out. And man, let's just blow out the Rodens backyard on Sunday. After the marriage series is over, we're going to be looking at Advent. The Advent, of course, is the anticipation of the birth of Christ on Christmas Day. And so we're going to spend all December, 4 different weeks, looking at the coming Christ and different areas of the Old Testament, New Testament, and what just the significance of this amazing event of God with us, Emmanuel. And along those lines, Chris Howell has reached out to the artists to put together a project or a piece along the theme of God with us. And so if you're interested in that, contact him, Chris at C3 Denton. We're going to display those in church on Sunday for a couple of weeks. Really wanting to be getting the artists involved with the things that we're doing here. And then we're going to be meeting on Christmas Eve with the Village Church in Denton, and so be on the lookout for more of that. And then finally, starting in January, we're going to begin the book of Ephesians. And so I want to encourage you even now to start reading the book of Ephesians. I'm reading the book hopefully once a day. I've been reading it a lot more than that, but I want to read that book over and over and over. And so I want to encourage you to just start spending your devotional times in the book of Ephesians and just asking God to speak to you through his word. We're going to dig deep into that. It is the most majestic New Testament letter that Paul has written. It is a short, compact, theologically rich, worshipful 6 chapters, and I'm really excited about digging into that with you guys. And it's really going to coincide with the theme of just going deep and being firmly rooted in the Scriptures, because, man, that is where God is leading us, to be a church that is rooted in his word. a church that is being transformed by the renewal of our minds. And so I really want to encourage you guys to be in prayer for this, to be in study over this, and I look forward to digging into it with you. That's all I got for right now. I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Be praying for our baptism service this Sunday that even more would come to know Jesus. And I can't wait to see you. God bless.